I think both you and Brandon probably want to hear some words from me about the Chappelle show thing, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, Brandon.
I watched it.
I
Yeah,
watched it.
I'm curious. I'm curious because I don't really believe you yet, Whitey. So I need you to actually say
I don't either.
what you're
I don't
thinking.
either.
Yeah, I'm waiting
It's
for
on
him to
me.
do the whole
I think
da
it's
da
trolling.
da. Yeah, I feel like he is.
All right. I was being honest when I said it. If you guys got to give me like a minute or two to explain, or if that's fair, is it fair?
Yeah, let me just ask one question.
Go ahead.
Have you seen Chappelle's special, Ed?
Yes.
Okay, good. We've all seen it then. All right.
Gotcha. Ed, just to fill you in, last week I was talking about how it was gay as fuck as people calling him brave for doing the special. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. And I never even saw the special. I never saw it. I like never saw the special. I was like, without even seeing it, there's no way it was fucking brave. I know for a fact. And then I saw
I
it and I
agree.
was like, but
He's
here's the thing.
yeah.
I saw it and I was wrong. So me and Brandon think it was brave. And I'll
I don't think
Wait,
it's
did you just say me
No, it's
and
not.
Brandon now? No, oh God, you should. Okay, I don't like how you
Yeah,
phrase that. I don't
I'm
like
on
you
your
phrasing
Yeah,
side.
it
it's
I'm
wrong.
on your
Brandon
side.
and I. You
Right?
Neanderthal.
Yeah, for real. Thank you, Dem. Thank you. You
All
just
right, give me
jumped on the bandwagon.
Give me two. Yeah. Oh, dude, I got the fucking conductor hat. I'm blowing the big steam whistle. All right. So give me 2 minutes and I'll explain it. Is that okay?
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
too
All
long.
right.
It's too long. That's too long
So
for this show. 2 whole minutes without interjecting. Jesus fucking.
yeah, I know. All right. So Dave Chappelle probably has my favorite special of all time, "Killing Him Softly." It's one of my all-time favorite specials. I fucking love it.
I'm already fuming.
He's been
I'm already mad.
well, he's been doing comedy for like around 30 years. Very few comedians are at his level of like celebrity and everything
True.
today.
Very true.
He it's the gravity like he pulls and everything is fucking unreal. And his last special was almost like the second half of it was almost like basically him explaining his past couple of recent specials. So a lot of people got upset about it, all that kind of stuff. For someone of his ilk, like his celebrity, right? Like he at the end of the day, he's a comedian. And if when you're on stage, you don't have to be funny. You can have the people be sad or angry, or if you can convey an emotion. I think the major thing as a stand-up comedian is you want to be entertaining, because you want to at least give something to the audience. Because if you're not entertaining in any way, they're kind of not going to be interested in what you're doing. And they're not
Disagree. Being entertaining is unimportant when you're an entertainer.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just pointing out that you're saying things that
I know.
don't mean anything. Yeah, just keep
No.
going.
But I'm being dead serious. Like, you want to be entertaining when you're up there. Like, you don't have to just be funny. Like, a lot of people think, oh, if you're a comedian, you have to be funny. I really no. Obviously, that's
Here's
not
the thing:
just the case.
if you're a new comedian, you have to be funny. If you're Dave Chappelle, you can do whatever you want.
I'm not going to be able to get this out, am I? I'm like, I had everything all set up, and that just like farted.
Why don't you learn how to be? We've been talking for a long time, and there's one thing you don't understand. It's brevity. You just literally went on a tangent about how if you're going to be an entertainer, you have to be entertaining. You've said absolutely nothing.
yeah, but like it was actually going to set
Okay.
up to something. But Ed legit, like, he legit. I love Ed, but he legit stepped.
Oh,
in
you're going to go on a period fucking tirade, aren't you?
Well, now I am, but dude, legit. Like, and
all right, I'll shut up. Go ahead.
It's a little too. All right. All right. He's a huge.
No, I'm gonna be 100 here. I love you, but I like my ADD stopped listening. Like I'm not being a dick. It's just I lost you. The last thing I remember you saying is.
It sucks because I actually had like a fucking setup for like an amazing.
No. For all intents and purposes, I am listening because I know how Whitey is, and I'm thinking, okay, we're going 40 days and 40 nights, and we're wandering. I just want to see where we're gonna get to. I just want to see what the destination is gonna do. Lead me into the wilderness.
I appreciate you, Brandon. What sucks is that these guys have known me for a while, and they actually don't know where it's going, and they totally just stepped on like a 3-minute fucking setup, which now has no setup. But I'll finish.
Yeah, but you're like Dave Chappelle. Get to the punchline, dude.
No,
yeah,
I know.
skip
Well,
it. Skip it. I told you can't do that on this show. I don't. It's your show.
Listen,
you should know
at the
that.
end of the day, the podcast has no listeners for a reason. No one watches it. It's not entertaining.
Agreed.
At the end of the day, someone that is as popular as he is, right? To put out a Netflix special that was so fucking boring was one of the bravest things I've ever seen a comedian do in my entire life. I've never seen someone of his caliber put out an hour and 12 minutes where my girlfriend literally fell asleep after half an hour into it.
Thank you.
It was, and I love Dave Chappelle, and the first like 10, 15 minutes was funny, but for someone of his fame to tell his audience, wow, this guy just doesn't have his fastball anymore. That was fucking brave. I've never seen anything.
I hope you realize you just validated these two guys to cut you whenever they feel like for the rest of your life. You validate them to. You can be saying, well, guys, my girl just left me. You pussy, shut up. We don't care about your girl, Whitey. Just shut up and get to the point. You just literally validated them, cutting you down for all. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, but they knew you were on some bullshit. I had a feeling, but I was willing to believe.
No, Ed actually thought it was brave. Jem just has ADHD, but
I don't, dude. Care. No, I didn't even think about it. I don't fully agree. But at the same time, I didn't really like the special. I thought he obsessed too much over. Like the idea of doing a special that's that is all about the controversy of your previous special is not very interesting to me. But I didn't think it was boring.
Brandon,
I was watching him kind of
like how I saw it. What was that word brave? Like what was brave about that special, bro?
So whenever you do a joke, you have to take one side or the other side when you're telling a joke. Now, when he did the joke about DaBaby, he was taking the side of you definitely shouldn't make fun of transgender people, but shooting a nigga's fine.
That was a great.
We don't give a shit about that. We don't give a shit if you shoot. And in that moment, people chose to get offended. Like, oh my God, it's transphobic. Like, no, it's not. And the fact that you're getting offended proves the point that you
people who aren't his fans got offended.
Who's had that debate?
Dude, you think his fan base that are gonna listen to him, they got so offended that they're not gonna listen to him anymore? Any percentage of that?
Some of them did. Some of them did.
Who? Like the 10 people on Twitter? 10 people on Twitter who are like, dude, I used to love Dave Chappelle, but I'm not. There's no way that person exists. There's no way.
Sure they do. Of course they do.
All I'm saying is DaBaby was hated for all the shit that he said during that concert or whatever. Dave Chappelle took the moment of hate and put perspective on like, wait, so you hated all the shit he said, but you're cool with what he did, so you guys will put your agenda above black people's agenda. And it's like, ooh, that's fucked up, but he's right.
Yeah, but that's a point like Tupac made in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like,
and it's
like done, man.
It's not that edgy, and honestly, it like for the whole special to be about that was disappointing because Dave Chappelle's funny as fuck, and he's focusing on something that is. It's always better to either ignore or lightly address. Like you don't have to go in on these people. You don't.
Please tell me the Tupac line where he was addressing and comparing the transgender movement to black people in the media. I would love to hear that. What was that line? What was that bar? What was that song?
By the way, guys, we'll play your voice messages as soon as we're done, like wrapping up this topic and blah, blah, blah.
Somebody sent you voice messages?
Oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to send it now just to make Ed be like, oh shit, someone sent us a voice message.
You know what's so funny? Dave Chappelle makes it look easy. You know, he really does. You know, because some of the content that he's talking about is so politically charged, it's easy to sway the audience to hate you. But the way he does it, it's so smooth, you know? Like, he brings up the issue, and then he throws in a joke, but he actually has the audience think about the issue, you know?
Oh man,
and that's the problem. People don't want to think about anything. People don't want to think like, can you just make me laugh? I don't want to think. Duh. And that's what comedy's become now.
I mean, I get what you're saying. And in a way, I agree. I just think he just harped on it too much. It was just too long, and it was like the whole special. It was funny in parts, but a lot of it was just like a political statement that we've heard before. And another part of it was actually him sort of. I felt like I was watching like my racist grandfather who doesn't hate black people. He doesn't hate black people, but he keeps saying shit that we recognize as racist. Right? Like because he's like standing up there and he's just like, I'm a TERF. I'm like, you don't know what that means, Granddad. You don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. The
that's
whole
fine.
time I looked it up and I saw surf and turf and I'm like, that I don't think that's it.
It's something like that.
Well, dude, if I could say something about it, like it's the same type of thing that I think Bill Burr runs into nowadays a lot with his stand-up. It's like I feel like I'm watching stand-up about the year like 2016, and I'm like, dude, like this, you're talking about stuff that like. It's over. It's like it's just getting to you now. I get it, and it's a funny bit, but like,
could it be because they're older and like?
I think that is. Yeah, Chappelle's like 50 something, dude. So, you know,
part of it's because they're so mainstream. They went through to get famous the normal way.
Okay, I mean, can I ask a legitimate question?
Yeah, of course.
Would you three gentlemen say that you're full of shit?
Yeah.
No, I'm legitimately asking.
Brandon, I was on your side the beginning of this.
I'm legitimately asking. Would you consider yourselves full of shit? You three. Would you? Yes or no?
That's really relative to what I'm talking about, but often yes.
I'm most likely full of shit.
No, because I'm willing to jump off this Chappelle topic completely if you three are willing to go into a different topic.
Yeah, but I kind of want to just.
No, not even, because I see what's happening, and I have a very Whitey-esque way of resolving all of this, and it's making me giggle thinking about it.
Home. He's gonna do the
not even.
I do that all the time.
He does. He bitches out all the time.
No, I'm not gonna bitch out. I'm gonna ask you three. When you guys are stressed out or burnt out, what do you do to relax, to chill out? What do you do?
I jerk off.
Jerk off.
Okay, cool. What else?
That's it. That's all I do all day.
Video games.
Video games, jerk off. Okay.
Into a thick mat of roots and grass. The fuck is turf?
I eat like a fat person, even though I'm not.
Eating cool.
All
right.
Not yet.
Cool off.
You're not fat yet.
Dude,
You're gonna be fat.
I feel like
I will never be fat.
Are like
you will be.
Teacher, and he's like looking at how the class is acting. He's like, "Do you guys do this all the time? Do you just throw paper?"
No, not even. No, I'm asking. No. So, what about if you were hanging with your male friend? What would you do if you were feeling burnt out or stressed?
Talk about sexually harassing women.
Talk about stuff that's fun.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What do you think?
Your answers have been pretty scary, but also
amazing, wonderful,
pretty normal. Superman has come out as bisexual, and the reason being is because from saving people, he was physically and emotionally burnt out. So he decided to start sucking dick. This isn't me making this up. This isn't me making this up. This is real shit. Superman, so Superman's son, the next Superman, he was stressed out and he was telling his homie about it. Dude, saving all these people just got me emotionally and physically burnt out. And this boy was like, word? You should suck my dick. Suck your dick. and now it's a thing. So the reason why I asked, are you guys full of shit? Because you guys saying Chappelle saying the same thing over and over, which I'll granted, saying the same thing over and over. But now it's being introduced forcibly into our media via making characters that we've known for decades bisexual with no type of explanation whatsoever. Just one day.
Brandon, are you saying Dave Chappelle? Are you saying he likes to suck dick?
So all I'm saying is that with all the media has been pushing this shit so aggressively, it's like, wait a minute. So you can push the agenda of these people and force it in our face, but the moment you start to mention black people, it's like, oh, here we go again. You've got one
no. If we're gonna do this tug of war of like the oppression of,
I'm not tugging. I'm not tugging. I'm not tugging. I can accept it.
Look though. Like the trans, you're trying to compare this pandering, this DC Comics, like I'm gonna do something edgy to get attention because my comic book is dying, and turn Superman into bisexual. Oh, wait,
Superman actually bisexual? Is that like a wait?
Yeah,
what?
they're doing this thing. What they're doing with a lot of comics, which is they're trying to pander to every superhero is gay, but
yeah, like, Robin is fucking taking it all up the ass.
Robin
was always a gay.
When you make Robin gay, that makes sense.
Robin has come out as bisexual.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like that is
parents aren't surprised.
That's a cash grab. Who cares? That's a cash grab. It doesn't tie directly into the day. I see how you're trying to like weave this together, but it's not the same thing. And those two things.
No, I wasn't finished. What I'm saying is something that is happening to a group of people has been normalized, but what's happening to another group of people is always tentative, sensitive, and you can't talk about it because if you try to get any type of context or discourse, you're seen as being hateful. And
what can't you talk about? What
you can't talk about? You can't talk about or contextually explore what transgender people are and what they're doing in the community. You can't talk about it.
We talk about it all the time.
No, no one's listening to you. I'm talking about you can't go on a podium. You can't go on a podium and say, guys, I'm not gonna lie, Laurel Hubbard, this chick who used to be a dude is powerlifting and fucking crushing all these records. I think it's pretty fucked up. You can't say it. Because if you do, it's like, why do you hate? We don't hate.
No,
We're simply stating.
Hold on. That's not true. There's so many pandering people who are millionaires and make a living off of talking shit about those kind of people. You know that's.
I'm not talking about an entire market. Shit. I'm not talking about talking shit.
Let me make a point though here, because I never really got to say my piece about the Chappelle thing, and this ties into what you're saying.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. Yeah, I'm here. Go for
it. Because I was kind of saying the whole like it sounded like shut up. I hate him. It sounded like I was saying it's just because like here's my point is it's not the fact of like Chappelle making jokes about transgenders, right? It's his jokes being of the ilk of like Caitlyn Jenner was only a woman for a month, now she's on the cover of a magazine. And it's like, yeah, Dave, we all thought that in 2016. It's 2021, dude. Like, it's just a bad joke. I don't know what you want me to say. I love Chappelle. I laughed at a lot of it. I think it's a good special, but it's just like, dude, if people start calling your shit brave, that's like...
Oh, and especially when you're Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle can say anything he fucking wants.
He could have taken a shit on the stage and people would have clapped.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle doesn't give a fuck about being canceled.
Ed, you disagreed when I said that. I said that he didn't lose fans over this.
Oh, no, I think he probably lost fans over this. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not like he lost like 80. It's not like he lost 15% of his fan base. He lost.
No, I don't. Yeah,
a decimal.
Yeah,
a decimal.
I don't think he lost a huge amount of fans.
He gained a decimal too. He plateaued.
And he's right. He's also ready to retire. While making money off his special. Dave Chappelle is in a beautiful position where he just doesn't give a fuck what happens because he's made his money already.
Who's ever watching 60 Minutes in the background? It'd be awesome if you turned that down.
Yeah, I hear that
too.
Thank you. Yeah. Who's watching 60 Minutes?
Is that me?
I don't know. Mute your mic. Let's see.
No, I'm in a car, brother.
It's definitely him. It's definitely him.
Jen, mute your mic mute your mic real quick. We'll tell.
Yeah, mute your mic.
Yeah, it's Jen.
Well, what's Jim. The noise then? There's nothing noisy around.
It's just like a rumbling noise in the background.
It's possibly an echo. It's possibly an echo that's happening, and I don't know what the echo is coming from, but it's possibly like a vibration that's coming from somewhere.
Here's what it sounds. Yeah, like a vibration.
Hold on, Brandon. Can I ask one thing?
Let me leave. Then I'll come back.
Do you see my point of view of how? Because
I do see your point of view, but your point is highlighting what I said earlier.
And what's that again?
You said that it's not brave, and it's not going to be brave because what he's doing is highlighting something that's Ed said that Tupac has said. Hello.
No, that was Jem. Jem mentioned
Jem
Tupac.
said Tupac.
Not a million years.
Oh, sorry, Jem said Tupac. Sorry. So yeah, it's like the whole thing of it's not brave because it's just the same old, which is what I said. It's normal for
that's not
black...
That's not why I said it was brave.
It would be brave if a new comedian did it. If a brand new comedian who's been doing comedy for like a couple of years, that would have been brave.
Brandon. That's exactly
Dave Chappelle doesn't have to be brave ever again.
Like, no, but you're not saying that he doesn't have to be brave doesn't mean that he's not being brave. But because your thing is, what Whitey is saying, what you guys saying, Chappelle can do no wrong. He will never be canceled. He can't be touched.
Though. I'm not saying.
No, but you're saying it's not brave because he can't lose anything.
No, Ed, if he like stabbed 80 Asian children like to death, I think he might be in trouble.
Yeah, but you wouldn't call that brave either.
Anything, Whitey. Whitey, you're saying you can't lose anything, right?
If he did that, he would lose. I would think he would lose.
No. I'm saying
not for telling edgy grandpa jokes. Not for telling edgy grandpa jokes.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Whitey's saying he can't lose anything from a special, right?
Dude,
he can't. You know what? I'm not saying that. I think he can lose it.
Jerking off and coming on some girl's face when she was desperately screaming, "Please don't!" And Netflix aired that for like an accidental 5 minutes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think he would lose something.
I think Chappelle.
Well, Whitey's legitimately not trying to answer what I'm asking him. Listen.
You can cancel Dave Chappelle, but it won't hurt him.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's like Michael Jackson, dude. Like he was a fucking pedophile when people still listen to Thriller.
He wasn't a pedophile. You're making me really mad. That was all trash. That was literally. That man, Michael Jackson, is the most persecuted celebrity of all time.
Okay, hey, I'm open to that, dude. Send me some links, brother.
Maybe I'll get around to it. Poor Michael Jackson. What a tragedy. That poor guy.
I mean, he definitely was abused, but
he had the worst celebrity life that I can think of. Except for maybe Sharon Tate, who got murdered by a cult.
He had a Ferris wheel, and Sharon Tate got murdered by a hippie. Yeah,
Michael Jackson. Well, but her life was pretty good until the murder.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, is it okay to sleep in a bed with a kid?" And he was like, "Yeah." Like, what's that all about?
This is
no, I don't know. Oh my god, trust me, it's a bit of a rabbit hole. But like, you have to go through like. A lot of you'll go through point by point. There's plenty of documentaries. I will show you something because like it'll make you feel like shit.
I love shit like that.
Because Brandon, you're a stand-up. You want to know an example that I would find brave as a stand-up comedian? If a newish stand-up comedian or someone who's not that big, if they went on stage and told jokes in a similar way that like Burr or Chappelle or other comedians who taste it like they take like a dose of reality into their jokes and everything. If that comedian were to go on stage and made jokes trashing other comedians, especially famous ones, and that shit was funny, I'd be like, that shit's brave. Because I've never seen a more pussy group of people in my fucking life than famous stand-up comedians. They are the biggest fucking community bullshit pussies I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
This is the last attempt I'll say because I get the vibe of what's happening and I just feel like we're gonna keep going in circles. Has anyone here played A Link to the Past?
No, I have, but we're about to go in another circle, and I'm gonna be on Brandon's side 100% on
what
this
the fuck
one.
is Link to the Past?
Okay. Yeah,
No, forget that. Go to Mario. Anyone played Mario, Super Mario World, or Mario 3? Any Mario game?
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we know how Mario has the odds significantly stacked against him every time he starts an adventure.
Yes.
Okay.
But he does it anyway, and he wins.
Yeah.
That is the example that Whitey is saying. If some guy who has no chance of fucking achieving this objective goes out and does it, then it's great. So if a guy has the odds stacked against him and he does it, and
you're right.
No, but he's stupid. It's stupid. It's not brave. It's stupid.
Bravery.
No, it's stupid.
There is a lot of stupidity that comes into being brave and being courageous. If you're not a firefighter,
so if you're gonna ask
and
me,
you jump into a burning building to save your daughter, like that's stupid, but that's also brave.
It's not stupid.
That's a horrible example. That's a horrible example.
That's a horrible example.
I was actually stunned for a second. Like, what did you just say?
I couldn't even talk for a second. Someone threw a flashbang.
Yeah, that was a verbal flashbang. I was like, wait, what?
Can I say this? Let me give Dave Chappelle, because I like Dave Chappelle and I don't want to sound like I'm just shitting all over him. Dave Chappelle, I don't think he's brave because I don't think there was a lot at stake. And in order for it to be brave, something has to be at stake. Yeah, but Dave Chappelle is admirable. He's not compromising his own position.
Admirable? What the? First off, I don't know what that word means.
It's admirable. First, that's Jesus Christ, Whitey, the things you don't know. Dave Chappelle he's taken a path of integrity by just being himself and not compromising his material because of the bullshit. I just didn't necessarily
Netflix. I think Netflix
exactly.
Well, he was overpaid. He was overpaid significantly for a Netflix deal, and he's already been paid. You know, the transfer's already made before it even came out.
A commander of a fleet or naval squadron or a naval officer of higher. What?
No, that's an admiral. That's an admiral.
Oh my god!
Admirable.
God.
A bull.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Whitey!
Oh, arousing or deserving respect and approval.
That hurt. That hurt. Wow.
I've never had somebody look up the word admirable.
I got to Admiral fucking close enough. I'm just gonna look at Admirals close enough. Fuck it. Most of the letters are the same. Fuck it. I'm done. I don't want to read anymore.
Dude,
most of the letters are the same.
Wrong. I was like, no way, this is it.
No matter how much the rest of us fight, we'll always have something to go in on Whitey for.
Oh yes, so that'll always bring us back.
I thought Dave Chappelle was supposed to be in the Navy. I don't think that's what he meant.
No, it's not. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm done. I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm done. I've accepted the fact that Whitey needs to see a comedian make a stupid ass decision and risk his whole career with no real advantage. Then he'll get the brave seal of approval. I ain't brave. I will never be brave.
No. Like, listen, I agree. Like the burning building, the dumbass burning building example. That's not stupid, but it is brave because there's a risk. He's taking a risk, and he's taking that risk. It's a bit heroic, right? Because he's trying to save the daughter. But there's a stake.
If it's her,
he's doing something that might kill him to achieve a goal. He's doing something that might significantly hurt him. Dave Chappelle isn't doing that because he doesn't give a fuck.
Even just standing up on a stage and like being a stand-up comedian like you are, Brandon, that shit is brave. But in a world where like there's Navy SEALs, like let's not just throw around that word for fucking willy-nilly here. I mean, it's at the end of the day, you just kind of.
I accept your definition of brave. I'm just saying I will never live up to that definition of brave ever. Never ever, because I'm gonna have an advantage on my side one way or another. Goddamn it, there's no way. I'm just gonna, hey guys, what do you guys got? We got blankets on your face with holes cut out.
Yeah,
what are those swastikas? Burning crosses. Let me tell some jokes.
Chappelle's case,
I'm gonna be brave like Whitey wants me to be.
Exactly. But in Dave Chappelle's case, like all the bravery
on your side.
All the bravery that Dave Chappelle had to have, he had it in the 90s. He's done. He doesn't have to be brave anymore. He can just go and do whatever.
Yeah, I'm with that. Like he's above that.
He won. Dave Chappelle already won.
People buy tickets to see him. You know.
Well,
you know who was brave? Louis C.K. for jerking off on the phone with people. That was fucking brave.
That's true. That is a good point. That's a brave thing to do.
No fucking comment. No fucking comment.
It's brave
to lose.
It's brave and heroic. It's heroic.
Louis C.K.
You know what's brave?
He's an admirable. He's an admirable citizen.
Bill Cosby fucking raping chicks up into the 90s. That's brave.
That's pretty. That was... No, not really. That's grandfathered in. So, like, but I gotta be honest. Like, to walk up to a girl and say, "Can I jerk off?" Can I just jerk off to you? I don't want you to touch me, but I'll jerk off like watching you just exist. Can I do that, please?
Yeah, it's so fucking.
That's
weird.
brave. That's brave.
I feel like we beat this topic.
By your definition, it is, and I'm just staying the fuck away from your. I ain't trying to prove shit to you guys. Brave, we brave? No, please, no.
I'm not brave. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not brave at all.
Brandon,
little old me hanging over here, little old coward over here. Don't mind
Brandon,
me, sir.
If you were really brave, you'd go and Judge Judy and slap her with your dick. That'd be really brave, Brandon. Oh, thanks, Whitey. I'll go do that.
And then you burn down the building and just sit down and wait.
That would be Whitey definition brave.
If you were fighting for your principles and you're like, you know what, I gotta slap Judge Judy with my huge dick, then yeah, that's pretty fucking brave.
Holy shit. Let's do the next topic.